'Tis time for episode 2! Now, meet my victim, I mean player. You. That's you.
I'm sorry, but I do believe I'm nothing more than a carcass.
Ah, fun. Now, we're still with just one player. We'll see how long that goes. Let me just tell you right now. I'm very nervous for this one. I'll crack a joke to Smabb on why by the end of it all. But I am going to say this much. If you're noticing that there's no longer an echo, praise be Smabb for guiding.
I am tech support. Welcome to India.
Yes, she is the tech support that has saved the effing day. I did have to do some weird, complicated ass riggings, but thanks to Smabb, there's no longer echoes.
We will not be doubling up.
Hopefully, my stupid ass doesn't mess with anything by accident. I hope, but I stupido.
Stupido, rápido.
Sí,
Rápido, estúpido.
muy grande, stupido.
Muy buen. Can you say stupido?
Now, jokes aside, where we left off is you taking a nice long rest. Was not intended to be a long rest, but dear Lord, did you need the sleep. And it doesn't start off pleasant for you, I'm afraid. For you dream. It's hot, warm. You can feel the sweat, but yet you can't wipe it away. All you can hear is screams of hundreds, maybe even thousands of people. Or at least as far as your brain is concerned, they're people. They're screaming, begging for mercy. You could hear the sounds of sizzling flesh, snapped and cracking bones. You can feel the sensation of bone ripping from flesh, passing through tendons and muscles, crunched, balled up. You can feel the heat rising and rising and rising. Everything around you seems to turn bright, violent red. And you hear, "Oh, look, the little toy has come to play. Don't worry, I'll send you back to that master of yours, little doggy. I'll send you back in a grave." And then almost as if something has popped within your own body, you wake up to the sound of almost your ears exploding and ringing for a bit. You're covered head to toe in immense sweat, dripping from head to toe. That's how your morning starts now. Part of you knows that there's really only one thing to do, which is go down. Go down to whatever awaits you. Do you head forwards?
Slowly make my way down.
As you make your way down, it's a pretty straightforward path. Aside from next to you is a sort of, it kind of makes you think of like a child's toy box, but it is like huge, massive. It's almost, I don't want to say 2 feet taller than you, and that's even if you're on your tiptoes. One thing that is strange about it is that it is like aggressively bound and wrapped up in chains with a giant ass lock on it. keeping it all latched. There is a plaque on it as well, if you so choose to read. I leave that to you.
Sure, we'll take a look.
Uh-huh.
The sign was in a language I understood, so let's see if this one is.
It is, but you know it's not Japanese.
Oh,
Uh,
my.
in your head you hear, don't worry. I'll help you out with this one. And while he doesn't outright say it, you can kind of guess from his tone that, oh, the reason I understand this is because he is automatically translating it for me.
And that's why I called him Google.
Yeah, don't worry. So what it basically says is, this is property of. You try to read it, but it's too scuffed to actually tell entirely what it says there. Those who remove this lock shall be sentenced to death. What do you do?
So is it just like a lock and a door, or is it... What exactly am I looking at? My brain may have forgotten details already.
That's fine. It's one of those, like, when you're trying to lock up, like, a bike or a fence. And it's just a small little thing. You insert the key in the bottom, twist, and the only thing special about it is just how much of this thing is, like, bound in chains. Like, it is, like, pretty excessive.
Okay, so it's an it. So this is a thing bound in chains.
As far as you can tell, yeah. It's a giant ass toy box, basically. Another kind of way to view it would be almost like a stereotypical pirate's treasure chest.
So compared to me, how big is it?
Like I said, it is like 2 feet taller than you, even if you like stand on your tiptoes. It is massive, like probably anywhere between about 7'11" to possibly even as much as 8'1" tall. It is huge.
Open it and die. It's a toy box. You're giving me a Pandora's box situation. Damn it. So, is it just the, like, from what I've explored, which is very little of this place, is it just the entrance, the top room, and down here?
Yeah, it's despite it being a massive pyramid, some people are clearly very lazy. Like they were lazy enough to the point where you can still see like parts of it that are like, this is not ready yet. This was done by an intern. What the hell is that? Someone should be fired. It's like the laziest pyramid.
Above table, I really just want to say, this really feels like current day AAA gaming.
Well, yeah. It was a little inspired by that, but the only difference is that even though it's pretty like minimalist when it comes down to it,
soft.
the crazier part is it's though very lavish inside. Like there's like rugs that are lined with gems and jewels. There's some portraits that look like they have been painted by every paint that can be used. Like, and the paintings kind of are varied. Some of it kind of, I don't know how much you were an art viewer when you were human back in the human world, so I'm not sure how far to go with this, but basically if you liked Van Gogh,
I need a lot of inspiration when I do art wise, so
yeah, basically if you liked Van Gogh, this is like Van Gogh but on more acid.
oh my.
Yeah, it's like that.
Go plus acid. Oh
Yeah,
God.
that's the kind of paintings that you're seeing. Some are kind of neat looking, like architecture or landscapes. Some are beheadings and disembowelings. So it's like, it's really eclectic, but it's also like, it's not lacking depth or detail at all. Like, no shortcut was taken there. It's just in the foundation, like the architects themselves took a day off, but the people who were like doing interior design, they all were doing their jobs and were obsessed with doing a lot. That's basically the best way to view it. Is like inside is inconsistent because it's lavishly decorated, but those are the only ones who did their job.
So I'm gonna just say to myself, hey, Google, do you think it's a good idea to probably open this thing, considering it says we're gonna end up with death?
I mean, if I had to place my money, I don't think it could actually hurt. Mostly because, do we really care what the leader of this territory, who's allowing their people to be basically screwed over by bandits on a daily basis, do we really care what they want to do to us, since they probably already want to kill us, I would assume?
Well, I'd imagine whatever's in there's locked for a good reason, and there's a town close enough by that it could be its first target.
But what if it is something that harbors no ill will towards the town, but instead the one who's imprisoned it?
Fair point.
You can't actually like directly see them, but you can definitely see they're doing like a lot of like pondering expressions.
Yeah, I'm just getting emojis.
Yeah, it's coming across like emojis, like big think and such. Like,
Only it's digital Digimon style emojis.
yeah. It's basically, imagine the face you have now. Imagine that doing a pondering emoji back at you.
Alright, I'm going to start by just, with my gloved hand, I'm gonna knock on the chest, see if I get a response.
You kind of get a bit of a shaking going on. It's not like, it's not coming across to you as violence based off your gut instincts, but it is coming across of desperation.
I'm just gonna project my voice and just say, if you can hear me, make one sound.
It's probably just gonna like shake again.
Okay. Two sounds for a no. Were you put here because you were danger to the entire area?
It shakes twice.
Were you put in here because somebody didn't like you?
It's very clear from the context clues that it's pondering what you've said. Isn't 100% sure how to respond given its current state, and just shakes once.
Were you betrayed?
It shakes twice.
So they weren't betrayed, but they were still in here, and it was someone that didn't like them. If I let you out, will you leave the nearby village alone?
Shakes.
And do you swear upon whatever is most important to you?
It shakes.
I try to focus on what I did to the the sign earlier, and over the course of about a minute or so, the wire that's built into my arm slowly starts to spin up, and as it revs up, I go to slice the chain right in the middle with the lock, if I can.
I'm not going to have you roll for this, honestly. Mostly because this is an easier target than the sign, I feel like, because it's not as
Oh, so it's not going
thick.
to be a tough lock.
No, it's not a very tough lock. It's tough enough to keep out like random Joe Schmo McDumbass, but not much more than that, really.
I have to trust this thing that it's not lying.
So, as you slice the lock, the chains kind of they fall to the side. You do hear a sniffling noise. The chest, right next to right on the left and right of the plaque, eyes crack open. The treasure box opens to reveal giant, massive fangs. Hands spring out of it, and then immediately grab you, hold you close, and say, "Thank you, God! I've been stuck there for so long. My family's already lost. God, thank you, you beautiful, beautiful person."
As I block out their whining, I'm gonna in my brain. Alexa, I need information.
Oh, convenient, because guess what happens to also try to cover up the blubbering? Mimicmon, champion level Digimon. Despite many of the horror stories told about Mimicmons and their capabilities, they typically, on average, abhor violence, combat, and anything dangerous. They are renowned for being secretive and often changing their shape so that this way they can enjoy peace and quiet. Error, error, error. And then finally you get the tune back in for a tad bit of blubbering, but just enough to the point where he's calmed down. Thank you for helping me. If there's anything I can do, anything, you name it. You name it me to make someone your bitch, I'll make someone your bitch. Thank you. Thank you. It has put you down, but it has left like a giant tear and snot trail pretty much covering the entire lower half of your body and even up to your stomach a little bit.
Vey.
On the upside, none of it's damaging. It is gross though.
It's secretly
Like-
acid poison snot that will kill me in about 48 hours, but I'm not being told.
Just to kind of emphasize how gross it is like the snot is actually causing your arms to
I don't need a full
stick.
image on that.
It is causing them to stick a little.
I'm gonna wash this off.
You are getting
I just stay under my breath.
You are getting a weird feeling in your stomach, like what you did was the right choice.
Well, I already made a wrong choice.
Like you feel like I did it good. I did it good. Yeah, kind of like that feeling, like you just did like a good deed. The next second isn't so pleasant though, because you hear this. Oh, interesting. You've let the chew toy out. Not that it'll save you. You recognize this voice from your nightmare. It is the same voice, same intonation. And just like then, it is speaking to you from everywhere.
So, now that you can actually talk, who put you in there?
One of the four lords. The four lords. You can see it become visibly filled with dread and terror. Like, it is very clear that this thing is not okay. Like, you have not seen this level of terror in something.
Were you put in a box?
Because I was tasked with guarding it. It starts to look around as if, like, scared out of its mind that someone might be listening in.
Wait, if you were meant to guard a box, it wouldn't make sense to put you inside the box if you need to guard the box. If you need to guard the box, you do it from outside.
Oh no, I'm gonna guess you're not a full-on Digimon, are you?
Nah, what are you talking about? Of course I am.
Hmm. Then you would know that Mimicmons are. It kind of stares at your third eye for a moment. Oh. Hold on. And it reaches into its own mouth.
Ugh.
Is doing lots of horrid gagging noises.
Oh god.
It is like it is like almost like slightly past elbow deep into its own mouth.
I feel like I need the second wind for my own emotions.
as it does that, it holds a ball and says, "I can't do much. I'm not very strong, but I can tell you should have this." And it tries to hand you a ball.
Bag.
It's holding a ball about maybe, I want to say almost like basketball size. And it is just covered and dripping in bile and freaking tons of inner juices.
Yeah, we're gonna grab this with my metal hand.
It has a mark on it that seems familiar to you, but you're not sure why. It's like a strange, soft case of deja vu. Do you stash it?
I don't have a stash.
We're gonna say you have like a little, like almost a small pack thing, big enough for a basketball to be basically the only thing you can carry. It. Sound good? We'll call that the equivalency of the D&D backpack.
I have a hip satchel.
Yeah.
I put it in the hip satchel.
Cool.
It automatically just appears on me as I'm...
We're just gonna say you've always had that. It's just never been needed before, really, because that's pretty accurate. You haven't really needed it till now. So, it looks at you and says, "Are you willing to save us all? Please save us all."
That's a tall order for one person.
Yeah. I'd like you to roll perception, by the way.
Also, I've kind of only been here for, I'm guessing, a day.
Mm-hmm. Roll perception.
Oh, perception.
Yeah.
Ouch.
What you
I
got?
don't see the roll popping up.
Yeah, I don't know why. There it is.
Oh,
Oh, dear God.
time.
Oh.
Yeah.
Dear God. Okay.
Yeah. I'm still not good with the bile on my body.
Yeah, it gets a little worse. The little guy did not help much. You both get picked up, and you don't notice at first until you've already had your face smack the floor for 2 damage. You are being dragged with your face basically on the floor. Thankfully, it's not necessarily like a cheese grater situation. It doesn't feel good, though, by any stretch. And the thing is as you get dragged, you feel like something is burning your ankle a little.
Boy.
Not enough to like actually cause pain, but it's definitely not comfy. It feels...
It's itchy.
Yeah, it's like scratchy, itchy, like, this is driving me nuts. Not for long, though. Because as you basically get dragged. Finally, you get let go of. And in front of you, as you're getting up, you see what looks like almost like a portcullis made of sandstone slam down. And you hear from behind, well, well, well. Now that you've made introductions to yourselves, allow me to make introductions to myself. My name is
Not important.
Silence.
All I need to know is you're annoying.
Silence, worthless dog. Whips you with fire.
Can I mitigate that with my metal hand a bit?
Yes, you can. It's still not going to feel great, per se, but won't be anywhere near as bad. I am Demameramon, second in command of this territory. Now,
Oh, you haven't done a good job.
considering my job is to subjugate the entire territory and ensure that its money goes to where it should be, I'd say I'm doing quite well. But you...
Well, if you wanted to get better flow, you'd make sure the people were safe.
Those peons have no real purpose other than to do as we command. That's the benefit of being the strongest in all the land. I'll have you know.
Well, if you're the strongest, you're clearly not the brightest.
You're starting to annoy me, worthless flesh.
Because if you're getting money, and I assume the town helps give you money, the best way to do that is to keep them safe, sound, happy, and working as hard as they can. If they're not working as hard as they can, then you're probably not getting as much money. Therefore, you should work smarter, not harder. I was taught that by my parents.
How do I put this gently and simply and in small enough words for your pea brain to understand, child? We don't care about their safety, nor do we need to. We can do whatever we want, however we want, and it will come up as a win for us, no matter what, when, nor where. That's simply the way of it. That is this world's laws. And whether you accept them or agree with them is rather irrelevant. But allow me to cut off any other things you'd like to add first with this. I'm willing to be merciful, to give you a choice. Join the winning team, or continue working for that red-eyed beast that summoned you.
Red-eyed what now?
Oh, dearie, don't you know? Oh, how cute. The little toy is ignorant of all.
Hey, I'm ignorant to a lot of things. I spend most of my time not going outside.
Why you chose a human like you is going to remain a mystery, I feel, but I digress. The monstrosity, the red-eyed demon, the thing that originally summoned you here and has signed a contract with you. I am merciful enough to give you a choice. Join the winning team of my own, or side with that creature and make an enemy of the four lords.
Am I capable of standing up?
What?
Am I capable of standing up?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. You've already stood up, and...
Alright, so I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and put a little of that mucus stuff on my metal hand, and I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can't toss it at her. Well, I just say a good old little quote of, you know, Only Siths deal in absolutes.
If I said no, it's opposite day. You bet your ass you can, yeah. I am going to
Yo.
have you roll a straight up roll, because I don't think you have proficiency in mucus,
No,
unfortunately.
but I imagine this would be like a dex thing, so I could
Yeah.
add my dex to it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, yeah.
7, 9. I rolled a 9.
Oh, okay.
That didn't come off as cool as I wanted it to.
No. It kind of just...
Oh, the lag between me and you, though.
Yeah, there's just nothing I can do about it until I purchase more memory, which will be sometime this month. No clue how long it'll take to ship, though. Um, so, yeah.
Hey, probably internet because it was working perfectly last time.
But anyways. So, ultimately, unfortunately, it splats like right in front of her, in no way coming in contact by any stretch. You still get off your line, it's just not quite as impactful.
Damn it.
She kind of just looks down at it, looks up at you, back to it, and then back to you, and it's very clear on her face that she is reconsidering her.
And I am letting my plasma coil spin.
I'm not going to lie, dearie. I think this display makes me a little less likely to continue that arrangement. And I think what I'll do instead is I shall just kill you right now instead.
Look, I'm gonna be completely honest. That was supposed to be a lot cooler than it was.
She lifts up her hand. She casts Scorching Ray.
Oh, what a time to not have a shield spell or something.
Yeah.
That's a multi-attack too. Fuck.
Yeah. Would have worked too.
If not for my AC.
No, because before it can hit you, you are saved and shoved to the side by Mimicmon.
No.
Mimicmon has giant burning holes in multiple spots.
Not me.
The
Holes loudest.
holes are about almost an entire baseball and a half big. Each hole.
I would like to retaliate with Spitfire, if I may.
As you're about to do so, your hand is grabbed
Oh no.
by Mimicmon.
Oh no.
It holds on to you and it says, use the orb. Cut the orb. Open the orb. And it reaches, pushing it up into its hand, and it starts to glow. It says, use what's in the orb. Save everyone.
I'm gonna, with my fleshy hand, I'm gonna grab the mucousy orb, and I'm just gonna look at Marimon, and just say, you know, I think things are about to get interesting, and plasma wire right down the middle of it.
It cracks open, and inside is a tiny statue that floats in air.
I don't think I have the drawing for this yet.
Well, you'll have to bring it out soon. And by soon, I mean the next time. Because in your head, you hear, it is time. And you have officially gained access to your human spirit evolution.
Yo.
Before you can even so much as acknowledge or breathe or really process everything, as you're in the process, the overall changing of your entire body, you hear Mimicmon say, "I'll be rooting for you the whole way. I know you can save everyone. That's what you're meant to do, Digi-Destined." And it turns into code right in front of you. Code and blood, I should add.
I'll try looking for the image that I'll base it off of. That I'm basing the second form off on.
Okay. And in the meantime, we all shall await. Especially since as soon as you have that pulled up, it'll be initiative time.
So I hope everyone that's watched the first video liked it, minus the doubling of my voice.
Yeah, we had 5 people view it.
Not too shabby.
Yeah. A great start if you ask me. But then again, I always keep my expectations low. It is kind of a bummer we didn't have another person to join in yet. But, yeah.
Maybe in time.
eh. Oh, just a reminder, you should have increases to your stats for Digivolving.
Alright, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just take a random picture from the internet.
Yeah.
Oh, damn it, that's a web image. How dare. Just the kind of thing I could use for now.
Yeah. Next time, it should be a React image for those of you who are watching. By then, I should be able to kind of make it so this way when Smabbs is in the child form.
Right, so hopefully it's changed.
Oh, cool. Awesome. Yeah. So now in this phase, you have increased your overall proficiency by 1. Increase that. And on top of that, you also have an increase to your health.
Alright, what's the health now?
Yeah, your health is either a max of a D8 or I think for fighters it's D8. I hope I'm not forgetting.
Fighters get a D10.
Sorry. So a D10. You can either roll it or just take max D10. I leave that to your discretion. Basically, this is like artificially bumping you at least a level or 2, basically. That's a basic way to summarize it. You're basically getting an artificial, separate from actually leveling boost to your stats. As if you had leveled when you haven't.
Alright. So I'll just technically bring me up to level 3 there. That way
Yeah.
Well, the proficiency stays the same at the next level.
Oh, it must be level 4 then where it increases. My bad. So yeah, basically you're jumping to 4 then.
Now, I think we can do the 3 and I can just add the 1 to the roll.
Sure.
Manually.
That works too.
Math.
Yeah. Basically that's the perfect summary of it. Now, I am going to go above board for a second and just warn people that this is only happening for the evolution line that Smabb chose.
I'm a special flower.
Yeah, this would normally the way
that
this
is so cringe coming from
yeah,
Fiverr.
Yeah, it's also still a good bit cringe even coming from you. It's still a bit, but anyways, basically, if someone else was here and they chose a different evolution, it would function a little bit differently, obviously. Like, for example, if someone chose death evolutions, I would run that based off of how many times do you have to die. You know what's the saddest irony?
What?
Death evolution is kind of like the exact thing wizard class needs most. Because as you die, you don't fully die, you actually become stronger.
Alright, so just imagine, fellow viewer, if you would, the transformation with the good old spirit evolution as I change form into not exactly this picture, but similar.
The art will be finished hopefully before next week, hopefully. If not, whatever. We'll deal with it as it comes. Anyways,
I've been busy.
it's become very clear to you that she was not braced for you pulling this off. She didn't expect this. This completely has caught her off guard, clearly. And she is just going to panic, therefore making it so she cannot attack this turn. But now we are rolling initiative. And the best part is because you've got her panicking, she has disadvantage on it.
Also, technically, because I've changed form, my punch goes from D4 to D6 by the rules of what we've discussed.
And you still have the +1 from the gauntlet.
Yep. Alright.
And I hate to say, even with disadvantage, she actually rolled pretty decent for initiative. Now the time to roll yours. Dun dun dun.
Initiative.
Again, sorry
Since
for...
there is no token, it's just there.
Sorry for delays.
We are experiencing technical difficulties.
We will probably have them the whole time. It seems to be a space issue. Okay. Yeah, she got 15. That's not counting her plus.
Yeah, I get a bonus to all my stuff. I do believe at level 4, but we are doing the level 3 because that is the agreed amount that was original. Also, I'd have to add in a whole bunch of more shit to the character sheet that I don't have time for.
Yeah. Maybe I should warn you ahead of time. Be ready to have to.
Okay, I'm gonna need another character sheet for this version.
Yeah. But anyways, for right now, though, you're 3 for now.
Yep.
For now being the keyword. So, ultimately, because she is panicking, she is going to wind up skipping her turn this time. But it is you. Go.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick step over to her if she's within 30 feet.
She be.
And we're gonna use a good old-fashioned advanced Duster Punch. I rolled a 1.
Okay. That one, or... Oh, yeah. Yeah, probably that
and
one.
And then we action surge for a 10. I'm fucked.
Okay. So for your 1... I think probably what ultimately happens is you kind of hit the floor, creating a bit of a crater. I'm gonna say 1. Yeah, I'm gonna say 1 point of damage. Like you scuff your knuckle. For the 10. Oh boy. For a 10. And that's like with mods, right?
That is with the +1 of proficiency that you gave me for the 4.
Oh. Okay. I was hoping you'd say, no, I forgot the mods, King. Unfortunate. So yeah, that misses.
So I don't have much that I can do on this surprise round.
Yeah.
Aside from punch and punch, and then I can only do one punch. One punch!
I mean, for what it's
To
worth,
die.
she dicked up her roll too. For what it's worth, uh,
Yay.
unless your armor class has dropped down to an 8, I don't think so.
No, pretty sure it's still stationary.
Oh, good. Then yeah, she tries to swipe at you with like a flame whip. It misses, and it's back to the you.
Ooh, I actually, at 3rd level, I get my archetype. That means I have magic.
Oh no.
I just I just need to go ahead and bring up the level 1 spell list.
I just realized something. I should have like ahead of time told you, hey, be ready to get to possibly
that
level
would
4.
Yeah, that would have been good.
Yeah, I'm learning still. Sometimes people forgive me. Oh Lord. It's embarrassing.
Alright, so I have the list of things. Now, I don't exactly know what spells my class is capable of using right now, but I will figure it out later.
So technically, it can use any of them. It's just changing what isn't fire or lightning into that, basically.
Now, like the Eldritch Knight specifically has evocation and abjuration spells to their name.
Yeah, but that's basically it. You'll have whatever spells. It's just that stuff that's like Ice Knife or Thunder Wave will be Fire Wave, Fire Knife, so on.
Alright, so I am good to go for what she's doing, unless she missed her turn.
Oh, she just missed her attack on you, so it's your turn.
Alright. I'm just reading. Okay, so my spells don't do too much right now. So I'll probably just keep it to one spell that I'm aware of that I can use right now. And we're going to go ahead and where's my character sheet at? There we go. And Plaz Whip has evolved into Plaz Blade. So yay.
Again, I do apologize, people. I have learned my lesson. I will from now on give a heads up.
Alright, so since Plaz Blade was a 1d6 plus 4, sorry, Plaz Whip, now Plaz Blade is also 1d6 plus 4. So we're gonna go at her with a good old Plaz Blade. As the blade juts out from my elbow, and I go and zoom past her and let the blade go through, should it hit.
Yeah, and I'll get to know as soon as it's done trying to catch
Loading.
up. Yeah.
Do. I can't do
Oh.
more without getting hit with the mono.
So I think probably what I'll do is I'll do this one more time. If it's still having this issue, I might just cut that part out entirely. The whole seeing the rolls bit. Or
No,
seeing the rolls
really
on
work.
seeing the rolls on the recording, I mean. Because it's still only showing your
Well,
initiative.
something that we could do is
Now it finally
make
shows.
what we could do here is I could Discord stream and you could do what I showed you with that, and you'd get it real time on my end.
Um.
I'll show you after.
Yeah, I'll need a reminder of that, I'm afraid. And you did hit.
All right.
Your math is a little off, though. It's 2d6. When you're in your evolved state, it's 2d6.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, you do a little extra than you thought.
Then we'll add a d6 on top of it. Oof.
I'm temporarily gonna, because it's gonna sap so much time to keep waiting
That
for
is
it.
7 damage.
I'm gonna quit screen sharing and start with just the looking on the other end, just to make this.
Save your bandwidth a bit.
Just see if that fixes the issue. Um,
So we do 7 damage with the Plas Blade.
I mean, it could be worse. Wait. Really? Huh, okay.
I got a 6.
7
Oh.
damage that is.
Oh, wait. That plus... No, that's a 9, because that 1 becomes a 3.
Okay, that makes so much more sense. Alrighty then. She takes the hit. You can see it's very clearly had an effect, but strangely, she seems to be enjoying herself almost. Happy, even. Giggly. Bubbly. She does go to tackle you. What's your AC again?
We're still sitting at that 18. I don't think my armor is gonna really change much, unless you say otherwise.
Oh no, I just wanted to double check. Yikes. Okay, she misses. Yeah. She missed nice and good, like. Ooh. Alright then. So, yeah, it's your turn.
Alright, got her with the punch, gonna get her with the left hook. That's a 13.
It's... Dang it. So you missed. I'm gonna have to just remove the rolls, unfortunately. It's not able to handle that.
Don't worry, folks. It'll be there next episode when I go through tech support.
Yeah. For now, just to be on the safe side, I'll just hide it. That should be plenty. Okay. Now. So you said you got a 14?
I got a 12.
12.
Plus 1 for 13.
Okay. So yeah, you miss. And honestly, this one's gonna cast Thunder Wave. But in this case, Fire Wave.
I thought Marimon was water.
Huh?
Isn't Marimon water?
No. Doing Marimon is fire.
Oh, my brain. It's been so long since
I don't blame you. Yeah. Especially since that's not a particularly well-loved one. So, I misunderstood this a little. Much to my embarrassment. You need to do a saving throw.
Dex, I believe.
Con.
Oh, con.
Yeah.
We're not one. Oh, no.
Say what?
We're not one.
Okay. So that's... Oh, boy. Okay. So, that was at second level, so 3d8. I think that adds an extra d8.
You're level 5?
No.
Oh, fuck.
No, they're level 3.
Well, level 3 with a second level... They are wizard.
Yep.
They have no HP.
Well, I mean, you did good damage, but they do have. If you got high enough con, they do have. They can take at least a hit. Mind you,
Yeah,
not much more than that,
but
but a hit.
but their dice is a D6 or D8 or something.
Yeah.
They have no HP.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Just for comedy's sake, I'll meta it for you later. But
All right.
but yeah, it. Wow.
How much damage?
Let's see. So 3d8.
Wow.
I have to remember how to.
At max, you could deal 24 of my
I think
32 HP.
I think it becomes 48 when it's. No, I think it just has advantage when it's the person nat one's the resist.
That's a homebrew thing if you want.
I'm gonna be lazy and I'm just gonna say it does 3d8.
Okay.
Okay, that's not as bad as I was afraid. It's only 10. It's nowhere near.
You could have done 24 damage.
Oh yeah. For what it's worth, I was afraid as you. Because I don't think you have much in the way of health from my knowledge.
I have, in this form, 32 HP. Right now.
Okay. That's nowhere near as bad as I was afraid of again. So I'm going to take that as a win. Anyways.
Alright.
Now.
We're gonna go again with a good old-fashioned duster punch. Why? Why? I got a 12.
Yeah, that's a miss. So, you should be very happy. This was an 18. But, they have sucked strength, so -1 for a grand total of 17. They miss.
Hey.
So, your turn again.
Let's try to punch again. No! 11 again.
I almost want to.
12.
For a moment there,
I rolled the same number twice.
I almost want to call it cheating. But if you're cheating, why are you cheating for the AI? Why?
Curse you, D&D.
Okay.
Roll20.net. I almost said Beyond, but I was like, that's not the website.
So yeah, they missed. You're up again.
11 again!
Okay.
I should not use the punch for now. It's cursed.
Oh my word. Okay. Yeah, they are going to cast Thunderwave,
Again!
but Firewave in case it's confusing.
18! Let's go, bitch!
Congratulations, you saved on that one.
I do believe Thunder Waves is a complete save or suck spell without half damage.
Yeah, you still take half. Don't you worry.
Oh.
You still take half.
Oh, I thought it was a complete save or suck spell.
Nope. Yeah, 8.
Why am I the
So-
one dying here?
So 8 minus half. So that's 4. You take 4 damage.
Ow.
What is happening?
I'm at 18. I'm not gonna fucking die.
Dude, you took a long rest, so remember, all your stuff has refreshed.
Yeah, but I've already used action surge. I'm a fucking dead.
There's another thing you can do.
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action fucking second wind.
Please do. Please do.
D10 plus my level, which you have turned into level 3.
Uh-huh.
Or 5, 6, 7. I only take 1 point of damage.
Oh,
So now I have to do quick math. Thankfully, I have a calculator in my phone. I have 25 HP. Yay!
audience, I did not design this character to basically be steamrolling the player. This wasn't supposed to be
I
happening. I don't know
Here's the
how.
thing. I have a +4 in saving on con.
Okay. Where's the tequila when I need it? Alright.
And I don't know this version. I don't know Plasnite's spell list right now, so I don't have any real ranged options because Spitfire was exclusive to Plasmon.
Oh boy.
Uh,
Yeah, your spells is literally whatever the Eldritch Fighter's spell list are. It's just anything
Yeah.
that's a non-fire or lightning is just being renamed and re-elemented to that
So
element.
good old Plasblade hit. We got Plasblade doing me right with a 23.
Not on that, but I'm just happy it hits. Okay. 9.
9 damage.
So plus the 1.
Plasblade doing me right.
Plus the 1 from the weapon, that's 10 damage total.
Finally.
Alright. I have a bad feeling. Oh god, here we go. I'm legit a little scared now. Okay. It's their turn. They missed.
Yay. Plasblade 15.
Sorry, I'm just thanking whoever gave you this roll. Thank you. You have hit.
So Plasnite doesn't like to use Duster Punch.
Apparently.
It likes its Plasma Blade.
Deal your damage.
15 damage.
Holy crap, that's a lot.
That's gotta be like the majority of its HP gone.
It had 4.
Oh.
So yeah, it did a lot at the end there. Okay, so what winds up happening is Demimeramon collapses to the ground. However, you hear laughter. Oh, the little toy has bite. Oh, I'm gonna enjoy letting loose. I haven't had fun in so long. Listen close, little doggy. Try not to get cooked up too quick. All of a sudden, all of the desecrated, burnt, mangled corpses surrounding the entire room
I didn't know that was there.
all flood straight to the middle of the room and cover Demimeramon. And you can hear bones snapping, cracking, crumbling. You hear flesh, smell, and hear flesh sizzling, cooking, and boiling. The room is filling with blood till it reaches your ankles.
I hate to interrupt, but did Mimicmon digitize into an egg in Insert Town here, or is his body still here?
His body was one of the consumed.
Damn it, because my idea was gonna be, I'm gonna grab the body while all that shit's happening.
It was pulled in along with everything else. Even you were almost pulled in.
May I try to dexterity saving throw it to save him? Or is that just a foregone conclusion?
You can try, but dear lord, will you need to roll high AF?
15.
You know.
Oh well. I get very close.
You do. You manage to kind of almost reach his tongue, which thank God it's such a long ass tongue with the guy. But just barely managed to miss, and then you are sent flying from a giant explosion of heat and pressure. The room is getting hotter and hotter, The blood is starting to scald your flesh a little under your feet.
Google, advice.
He does chime in. He says, either run like you stole shit, or run like you stole everybody's shit. Unless you want to take your chances, I guess, partner. Then, as you look out to the flesh, you see a giant red hand burst from the flesh, scalding everything it touches, bordering on almost melting flesh alive. You see, standing before you, this. This is what you see before you, and you hear it. Lady Marimon, champion-level Digimon. It is said that the only thing rivaling her flames and temper would be that of her gender opposite, Marimon. Error. Ching. Lady Marimon is known for taking no mercy, no prisoners, and is the second in command of the Lord's Four, those who rule the entire continent. It is said that a Dima Marimon can only embrace the power of a Lady Marimon when enough flesh bodies are consumed and enough violence has spread. Lady Marimon are 1 in 100,000. They are an uncommon and rare Digimon breed. If one is found, your options are to try to douse its intense flames or run and beg it does not catch you.
Google, what are the chances that there are breakable foundations that I could break fast enough to bring this thing toppling down on top of this beast?
Okay. Okay. You're all gonna have
my brain versus your brain.
But I'm gonna have to show my face for a little bit here. And this isn't my flask, sadly.
The face of Google.
I'm just gonna tell you right now. Hold on. Work with me here. Okay. Unfortunately, my flask isn't prepared for this. I wish I had it prepared for this, because I've never been prouder. I love it when my players do this shit. It's my favorite moment. Okay.
Dumb shit.
No, just some, like, creative, like, bonkers ass out the door crap. Stuff that no one in their right mind would jump to. Thank you. I've never been prouder. And, you hear from, inside, huh. That is a brilliant idea. Okay. If you aim for what looks like the south, east, and west wall, those look very unstable. Thank you, stupid architects, for once. I didn't think I'd be appreciating their work. Hit it hard. Hit it like you were trying to destroy something. To put it in, put in your
all of. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
To put it in a way that you would idolize and prefer, tap into your inner one punch and blast this bitch.
Alright, so he says one punch, but my plan, I'm going to channel all of my plasma energy from my arm that has plasma blade, and I'm going to imagine it lengthening and see if I can manage that.
Go for it, but I'm going to tell you now, you're rolling with advantage. I like to
What's the
reward.
roll?
I love to reward players doing this. So advantage, go to attack.
All right.
And
Wow. Ouch.
you know what? Because I do want to reward this, like I said, to put it kindly, we're going to call those successes.
Hey, I got a 10 that time. For the second pillar. Let's see if I get the third pillar.
Yeah.
14, even better.
Yeah, needless to say, because of how much I loved this idea, the only way it would have been a
First
fail.
pillar took a bit. I got better with the second.
Mm.
At the last one's just like a single slice.
Yeah.
I imagine.
The only way this would have like outright like failed is if you had rolled a 1. That's how clever of an idea this was.
I like the idea that I got better with the rolls. Cause,
Yeah.
All right, gotta find the perfect spot. Then I'm figuring it out. Then finally I know where it is.
I am going to have you take your fate into your own hands for a quick second, though. I want you to roll me a D100.
Oh my. Getting quinky in here.
Yeah.
74, an even number. My style.
Wow, okay. So, basically, as you were cutting this stuff, not only did you notice that when you finish the third pillar, you're going to have to, like, run, like, hell, hath no fury level run. Run like it's the last day alive run.
Yeah,
But-
my idea is to basically, once I do that, find the nearest window, break it open with a good old punch, and then run down the pyramid as fast as possible.
But yeah, this was also to decide whether or not this was a smart idea.
The
Because
number, the worse it is.
Because technically, you're at the bottom of the pyramid as far as you could tell. And as far as you could tell, it was already underground. So if you had rolled pretty much anything below 40,
I would have died.
yeah, you were going to have to run upwards or die. Like, those would have been your two options. But, because you got a score I am more than happy with, what winds up happening is simple. You found out, oh shit, these architects were a bunch of dumbasses. There's an entire downwards walkway. And from this angle, you can tell that if you follow it, you will be out of this pyramid quick, fast, and in a hurry. So you book it, like you done stole shit, I hope.
I book it like I got a 5-star wanted level.
Good. Because if you had done it like you have 2-star one level, you'd be dead. So as you gun it, you realize that this pathway is kind of like the best looking thing to involve this stupid pyramid. Like, it overall quality of the hallway actually matches the interior decorating. Why they couldn't be bothered to do this for the rest of the pyramid, you may never know. Whether or not you actually care, we will never know. But you do get to kind of a doorway. You can kind of hear something in the background. You're not entirely sure. If you'd like, you can roll perception. If you'd like.
Perception. Juan.
So yeah, you can very clearly tell that where this is going to drop you off at is, ironically enough, not far away from the beach you originally were on originally. You can tell kind of from the salty, almost cool air coming through. Also, because not far off in the distance, you can kind of hear the Oasis Village. Do you go through?
Go through what?
The door.
How far is the water?
Not too terribly far.
I'm gonna take a quick dip.
So you do go through it, though. But so as you get out
I'll
there,
go through the door.
you get the confirmation of this is definitely like not far away from where you were. And something about the ocean water on your, let's be honest here, probably sore and tired as hell body, it kind of makes you feel better. It eases your muscles, revitalizes you. Then you see off in the distance. You see Mimicmon. He's waving to you. You can faintly hear him say, "Thank you. I know you can keep going." And all of a sudden next to him is Digimon saying, "We believe in you. Not just because of you being a human or just because of you being a Digimon. We believe in you yourself, Rio. We know you can do this. We have faith in you. Take care of yourself. But never forget this isn't goodbye. Ultimately, it's just a see you later." And they fade off into the distance. You're not entirely sure why, but you can feel a hand on your shoulder saying, "They're telling the truth, partner. For us Digimon, it's never truly goodbye. It's always a prolonged see you later." Do you look down at all?
Uh, I'm not actually looking down at the moment. I'm just under my breath to myself essentially. So, if we're Plasmon and I'm accidentally just calling you Google, what would you prefer, or do you just want me to call you Google?
That's a difficult choice, truly, for I am technically you. Or I am what you've become, I suppose. It's a bit complicated even to me. The benefits of spirit type Digimon, I suppose. We're humanoid and not. Digimon and not. In truth, you and I are really inseparable and indistinguishable from each other because we are each other. As you say this, without realizing it, you have slowly slipped from your human evolution back to your child form. It's imperceptible and at first completely unnoticeable. It honestly doesn't feel like anything really changed truly. It just happened.
Well, where to next?
As you say that, you feel a familiar sensation, your bones tightening, your stance locking into place. And all of a sudden, you black out. As you've blacked out, it's becoming almost like, okay, it's this guy again. Damn it.
Damn common occurrences.
Uh, you hear him. 1, 2, 3. Heed my call. You will do as I demand. You have made an acceptable start, human. However, this will only get harder, more daunting. I suggest you dig deeper before I have to find another. Before I have to find a replacement, which I can do with ease. And I will render our contract null and void. I'd like you to make a roll.
Alright.
Just a straight roll.
I'm gonna just repeat what I said before as he finishes. Only Siths deal in absolutes.
He laughs.
What's my role?
Just a straight roll.
Alright. So what's the response?
He laughs. If only you knew just how close you are to the truth. I see I must entice you, apply the carrot to the stick, so to speak. Simply put, I am the Digimon of death. I am darkness incarnate. Some would also view me as the symbol of revolution or new beginnings. But the wise know me as the Pokemon. In your terms, what is it? That fancy ass show you humans like. Fuck it, I can't remember. Too many of them. Picture a symbol of death, of demon itself. In a sense, I am Digimon equivalent of Satan. I am the end of all. And I have made a contract with you. One writ and signed in your own blood and soul. With a snap of the fingers, right in front of you is a crimson red piece of paper that, despite having be very clearly written in blood, is still highly legible. It says, I, Rio, pledge to do what must be done, and in doing so, be given a new life. A life of my own. A life of my own accord, existence, accomplishments, or failings. And it very clearly is in your own handwriting at the bottom, listing your name. As you finish reading this, what stands before you is no longer so giant that you barely can be perceived in front of its eyeball. Instead, what stands in front of you is a being 14 feet tall. Its wings black as sackcloth, its eyes a blooded red. Claws that seem to almost gleam with violent intent. It has two blades, clearly war sickles in design, to both sides. A cape that covers the top part of its head and is embroidered with blood and gold. Shortly after you see it, your head begins to hurt and feel like it's ripping itself apart as the voice, not Google, unfortunately, the other voice begins to start ripping your head apart. Error, 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 error. This is error.
My cranium in pain.
It is.
Damn it, Alexa. No, Wikipedia. My bad, Wikipedia. We gotta keep the lore accurate. Canon.
It starts to rip your head apart. It is pulling, yanking, screaming, screeching. But the worst part is you can tell that it's not just you in pain. Even it is in pain. It is an agony. And this is its form of screaming and begging for death itself. It is wanting, pleading to be ripped out of your skull violently.
I imagine my hand is all over that third eye.
Oh yeah. And it is just going apeshit. It is... There is never been any pain that you have seen or experienced or heard of that can ever explain the agony you're feeling. You have seen victims go through torture even, and even they are not suffering half as much as you feel right now. But that's only the start. Blood starts to pour out of your ear, down your three eyes. The pain is only building and building, and somehow, even though it should not be possible, it is somehow finding a way to still keep building and building. It seems like there's no relief, as if this will kill you. You begin to feel faint, and your vision distorts and twists and warps so heavily that even when you finally notice that you are no longer in that dark void and that the being has left, you still cannot see properly. All you know for sure is that somehow you are suddenly now standing where the pyramid once stood. You are standing at its highest point. And you go unconscious. And that is where we end today's session. Well, I hope you guys have enjoyed this. I hope you guys managed to find some interesting stuff. Maybe crack some jokes. I don't know. Hopefully you managed to make at least some jokes out of the fact that I forgot and didn't think of arming my player ahead of time with the fact they were going to go up 2 levels. Which, by the way, you're now level 4. Mazel tov.
Yay.
I would need you to create another other character sheet, might I add.
You have to give me that sheet.
Basically, you are going to be making a sheet specifically, because I don't know if you can just add it. I don't know. But yeah, you are going to have Digivolution slots now. Granted, you only have one for right now. Yeah. The important thing is, did you have fun?
I had fun, yeah.
Nice. By the way, there is a sheet called Clio Seshu Sharu. That's for you.
All right. I'm gonna need to make a D&D Beyond character that I can reference for spells and shit.
Yeah.
Spells and shit. Regular human, we don't need to variant this.
There's a third sheet to keep track of your yeah, so basically you can use that third sheet to keep track of your spells, or not your spells, Digivolution slots. So, did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I had fun.
What did you think about the two-phase fight?
I wish my duster would fucking proc.
Yeah.
Aside from that, it was good.
Cool, because I was very nervous. Like, extremely, limitlessly nervous. I have never done a multi-phase boss, so I was a little nervous. Or I guess due to power structure, I guess I should say mini-boss. Yeah. Whew. Sorry, I'm trying to cool down a little.
Yeah, take your time.
So, to those people watching, like I said, if you are interested and would like to join up with this, all you have to do is either leave a comment in chat or reach out to me or Smabbs, and we'll get you set up. No, you don't need to know Digimon properly. Like, Lady Marimon is not an actual Digimon.
That's why I was confused. It's like, Mara, that's a water type.
Yeah, Lady Marimon is technically me just kind of gender bending Marimon, who's depicted as a dude. Pretty much all the lore stuff I inserted for Lady Marimon, that was made up bullshit that I pulled out of my ass.
Hey, that's the mark of a good DM.
The only thing I didn't make up was Demi Marimon. That one's an actual real Digimon. Mind you, just not a very popular one. That one's pretty often overlooked. I am going to do a little setup for the next one right here. You're going to want to be ready to jump another level by the end of the next session. Just to warn you.
Also, you prepped me to say that I needed my picture in 4 sessions, not 2.
Yeah, because I didn't expect you to do the right decision. I
thought I had time.
Yeah, I didn't think you were going to do basically the thing that was planned for later. I assumed you were going to be like, fuck it, I'll keep going. Granted, I'm now kind of glad you did.
With a thing in it, and they listened to me.
I'm not going to lie, I'm kind of glad you did, though, now that I saw how you almost died to the first phase. So I'm kind of glad that I did that. I just thought you would kind of like, oh, it's a box. Sure, it's chained up, and yeah, it's making noise, but fuck them.
So, did you cut the video?
Not yet.
Okay, I'm gonna leave. I'm not gonna make my joke.
Aww. Okay. But yeah, just as the final little outro here, I figured people might like getting a kick out of the fact that technically I didn't plan on you actually dealing with the box. The original plan was for the box to be there, and for it to basically free itself in time. And I hope you all liked the fact that technically the Mimicmon and the Orb, that was actually a nod to the Detector Digivice that they were making for a time. The little ones where it's like you had a Digimon who was escorting or protecting the spirit evolution, and then when it would get killed, you would take the power to use against the opposition. I had to suddenly speed up so much. I wasn't mentally prepared for that. But yet, I loved it anyways, even though it did, like, cause some excising and replacing. Please, if you, like I said, want to check this stuff out, you don't need Digimon info and what D&D